Hey everyone, this is the Roaming Reviver here today to do another video, and this video is going to be on The Walking Dead Season 5 trailer that just released a couple days ago at Comic-Con, and I'm going to do a breakdown of that trailer that I just mentioned, because I saw a few breakdowns on YouTube and they didn't exactly touch on the points that that I noticed, and so I wanted to bring those points to you guys. And so I guess I'll get started.
They're screwing with the wrong people.
I don't think it's going to be an actual explosion, like it's going to be probably like a gas grenade of some sort that that incapacitates the people in the boxcar, so they can drag them out. Terminus people entering the train car.
Hope you understand that we didn't want to hurt you.
Okay, this is Rick being thrown out of the boxcar, and and this is right after they gas it, and then after incapacitate the people in the train car so they can tie them up, they throw them out. So and then they have to take them to wherever they want to take them. But as Rick's looking up, he's seen that they're like sawing someone's arm off or leg, or just like mutilating someone's body. We don't know. It's pretty blurry. We can only hear a saw in the background. So
Nothing was personal.
okay, that clip we see Rick looking down to his left. It's to our right. There's a person on the very right of the screen, so right here, and that is what's his name? There's Anna and there's Sam. His name's Sam. He was from episode 4 of season 4. Rick gave him his watch and said meet here by like 6, I think. And then after they didn't meet up, and Carol and Rick decided that they had to go. They see Anna's leg is chopped off basically, and they think they see her being eaten. We didn't see anything of Sam though, and so so I'm assuming this is Sam, and it would also explain how Rick gets his watch back later in this trailer. And so yeah, I'm almost positive that's Sam. That's just a little fun fact, I guess. Something that I didn't see anybody else comment on, so.
You don't have to do this. We can put the world back to how it was.
Bob trying to get Gareth to let them out, although I don't think that's going to do anything. I'll explain what Gareth thinks of the situation later.
We have a man. He has a cure. We just have to get him to Washington.
Okay, we see right here that Gareth is holding a book. I'm assuming he's writing down the names of the people that they have in front of this trove, or however you pronounce it. And he's writing down their names. They're giving him their names so they can basically write a tribute to them on the floor of that one ceremonial room at the end of season 4, episode 16, when Rick and Daryl and Michonne and Carl were running through the rooms. We see there's like this giant ceremonial room with a bunch of names and like never forget or whatever, some stuff on the walls. And yeah, I'm assuming they're going to add their names to the tribute because they're going to kill them, and they'll serve, and I guess they're thanking them for whatever purpose they're serving, whether it be eating them or who knows.
You just have to take a chance.
Some people think that Bob was killed right here. I don't. Bob's in the trailer later, so he's not dead right here. Air date.
You have a choice.
Gareth, you'll see Gareth in this setting later. I'm assuming this is like a flashback before Terminus was created, or he's talking to the group after, like, not the group, the rest of the people alive in Terminus after Terminus is destroyed. But he is not talking to the group.
Choice.
Rick with Judith, I guess they reunite. Gareth is not with the group. I'll point it out whenever there's a large group shot.
Oh, yeah. You join.
Rick, like, crossing out a sign.
Us, and we go to Washington and cure this thing.
Okay, so that line, you join us, you go to Washington and cure this thing. Gareth was making it sound like that everyone else has, like, the group has to join him and go to Washington, but that's not how I read it. He's being completely sarcastic. He's basically just mimicking what Bob was probably saying by saying, you go to Washington, you join us, and you join us, you go to Washington, and you cure this thing. But Gareth was just sarcastically restating what he was just saying, basically saying, like, how ridiculous this sounds, and how could he possibly believe that there's a cure. Gareth is not joining the group. Gareth is not at the church. And, yeah.
We get to start over, all of us. Not splitting up again.
We don't know what's coming next.
When we get to Washington,
Yeah, no Gareth in this shot.
we will make the dead die, and the living will have this world again.
Okay, they just got a similar lit scene, but this is the scene that I was talking about earlier, where Gareth is not with the group. He's with, it's either a flashback or right after Terminus is destroyed. Okay, so in this scene we see, I'm almost positive that this is Carol in the middle. She is wearing a poncho with a bunch of blood on her and on her face and hair. She is trying to disguise herself from the walkers around her. There's a scene later in this trailer where we see a closer look at her face, and I'm almost positive that's Carol. I mean, it could be somebody else, but people I've talked to have been saying that it's probably Carol. Eugene using a hose. He's much better at using a hose than using a gun. In this scene, we see Glenn getting out of the fire truck, and we see Tara actually against the wall on the back. So Eugene's protecting Tara. There's someone behind Glenn, but we can't see them. We can tell at least 7 people back there, but I can't make them out.
I don't trust this guy.
He's talking about Abraham or Father Gabriel. He's not talking about Gareth. There's nobody in the group will trust Gareth after Terminus. In this whole scenery with the thrift store and the underground water leakage, the 4 people in this place are Rick, Michonne, Sasha, and Bob. Sorry, that 5 fingers up. Bob. And then after walkers. We never see them all together in one shot, I don't think, but they're all in this one place, probably in this one time looking for something, whether it be supplies or clothes or I don't know. That shot nobody has really ever mentioned, but somehow walkers get into the church, so that'll be interesting to see. And that's if they were in the church originally then, and after they clear them out. I don't know, but that wouldn't make sense because Father Gabriel's probably been living there the entire time, so I think that somehow walkers get in.
We've all done something.
Carl's saying we've all done something. I'm assuming he's probably trying to forgive whatever Father Gabriel's past is. I don't think it's Abraham's past. I'm pretty sure he's talking about Father Gabriel there. Okay, when they enter, you see Father Gabriel to Rick's right. Yeah, to his right. It's to our left. But he's standing there basically being like, go ahead, go through the church, see if I'm hiding anything. But I'll show you that I'm not. And he's probably not. I don't think he is. But yeah, he's basically allowing them to go in, but they're being prepared just in case if there's like a trap or walkers in there.
You don't trust us anymore.
That's not the church.
These people are my family. And if we hurt them in any way...
So this scene, the people that we don't see here are Bob, Beth, Carol, and Daryl. So one of those four are most likely in the bed. Although I am not. Beth is almost 100% not in the bed because has her own adventure right now, which we'll see later. Daryl is probably not in the bed. So that leaves Carol and Bob. I'm leaning more towards Bob only because Matt. I mean, it would make more sense why Sasha would be next to the bed for Bob, but Maggie and Sasha did spend a lot of time with Bob on the road when they were trying to find Glenn. So I guess I could see Maggie being torn up about Bob. But I mean, and Sasha does seem more of like stable because I mean when Tyrese was gone, she was she acted tough, which Maggie was desperate to find Glenn. So Maggie shows her desperation more, I guess.
I will kill you.
Okay, this scene we see Sasha and Bob. They're in underwater or in underground in the water area in the place that Rick was looking down the hole. So far we see Rick, Sasha, and Bob. I'm almost positive we see a scene later with Michonne. This video is becoming pretty long. And they're just trying to get through. I don't know why. Michonne's awesome double-edged sword. There was Tyrese holding a blade inside the church. We don't know why, but maybe to kill a walker, maybe to put someone down after they've been like bitten. Who knows?
We all need to leave for DC right now.
We're not going anywhere without our people.
You show up, and 3 of us are gone.
Okay, so the line 3 of us are gone, I am assuming she's talking about. Well, there are a few people that she could be talking about. There's Bob, because he's hardly in the trailer. There's Carol. There's Daryl. So probably those 3. But then there's also Beth, who we hardly see in the well, I mean, but Beth is sort of obvious, but maybe Beth could be one of the people. So I don't know. There's 4 possibilities. Abraham crying. I'm assuming either 1 reliving his past of his family dying, like in the comics, or 2 Abraham realizing. Spoilers from the comics. If you don't want to know, skip 15 to 30 seconds ahead. Okay, now you've been warned. Eugene was lying about knowing how to cure the outbreak, and yeah, he was basically just lying. And now he feels as though he has no purpose, or he lost his purpose.
What is at stake? Come on!
This is Terminus in flames. This is a reason why I don't see Gareth joining them. Oh, and we do see 3 of the 4 people here that were gagged. I'm almost positive it's just Daryl and Rick and Bob. We don't see Glenn in the shot.
No matter what anyone
Rick being dragged off after the gas.
says.
You see a bloody hand. That is almost that is either Rick's hand or Glenn's hand. I'm leaning more towards Rick's hand. It's all bloody. I don't know though. Tyrese beating on someone or some walker.
No matter what you think.
There was a clip of Tyrese covering Sasha's mouth, probably to keep her quiet so he didn't surprise her. Then the bus being flipped. It's the church bus also. So, yeah.
You
And Bob being grabbed by a walker.
are not safe.
Rick's "you are not safe" speech. That is Carol, covered in zombie or walker guts, and like you can see gray at the back of her hair. But yeah, it's like all red because of the zombie guts, walker guts. I don't care. They're zombies. It's called a zombie show. So you see Michonne's with Rick and Sasha in this scene. So they are. So yeah, those 4 are together in this thrift shop. Someone about to hit Glenn in the back of the head with what looks like a bat. People have been saying it's Negan. It's definitely not Negan. It's just a Terminus lackey. Father Gabriel crying, probably revealing his past. The van's dropping. Skip like 30 seconds ahead if you haven't been keeping up with set spoilers. But Daryl and Carol are in that van supposedly, and it's falling down. Rick just shot a bunch of people with guns. They're people, not walkers. They're holding guns. It's probably the escape of Terminus.
Every sacrifice we make needs to be for the greater good.
I don't know about you guys, but that doesn't necessarily sound like Beth to me. It might be somebody else telling that to the person, after they might just be trying to make it sound like it's Beth saying that.
In here, you're not the greater good. You're part of a system.
Beth looks as though she has bed sheets around her waist, so I'm assuming she's going to try to find an escape route through the elevator shaft. She's in a hospital, obviously. And yes, it looks like that she's planning on escaping. I don't know. That's basically all I can get from this particular scene. I'm 99% positive that's a zombie eating the police officer's throat out. A normal person would have at least had the decency to put them on a table. And I'm almost positive that it's this person that turned into the zombie or the walker, because if you look at her arm, there's a little bite mark, and they're trying to cut off her arm to prevent her from turning, but obviously that doesn't work. In this situation, it worked for Herschel when they cut off his leg. Beth. There's a person behind Beth. I'm not sure if they're escaping with Beth or if they're trying to chase after Beth to get her to come back. Obviously, Beth said something to piss this officer off, or did something against what she said, against her orders, to piss her off. That's basically it. And that's basically the end of the trailer. That's just the AMC logo. And that's it. So thank you guys for watching this really long breakdown video. It's longer than most, but I pointed some stuff out that other people didn't. So thanks for watching, guys. And if you like this breakdown, then comment, like, subscribe. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later.